Hello friends, welcome. Today we are going to talk about the story of the Cinderella. A long time ago, there lived a little girl with her stepmother and her two stepsisters. The little girl was badly treated by them. The stepmother was very wicked woman and her two daughters were also unkind toward the poor little girl who was called Cinderella. Cinderella was very pretty, like the most beautiful angel, but the stepsisters were clumsy and ugly. They were entirely jealous of her and made her work hard from the dawn to the night every day. She did everything there. She was always washing or cooking or clearing the chimney or fireplace. She was covered with the soot, and her wicked stepmother and stepsister spitefully called her Cinderella. And as the day flew by, Cinderella grew up. Now she seemed to be a pretty and graceful maiden. Her stepsister continued to be uglier and uglier, clumsier. One day there was a great excitement among the stepmother and stepsister at home. They were secretly planning for a big event. They did not tell Cinderella anything. As Cinderella was God gifted, she knew all her plan mutterings. She knew the Prince Charming was going to organize a big party. All the invitees, young maidens were eager to participate to party because it expected to be chosen by the Prince Charming. Cinderella was also strongly willing. This party is only for pretty young ladies, said the mother. That evening Cinderella was alone at home because the wicked stepmother, along with the daughter, set off for the prince party. The poor Cinderella was saddened as she was forbidden to go at the party. Poor Cinderella sincerely but deliberately prayed the Almighty. She was tired of sobbing as her little heart would break. I have come here to reward your sound and scared heart. Now make any wish. I will fulfill it. The courtyard was filled with bright light and gentle voice called by her name. Looking up, Cinderella saw a radiant woman smiling at her. The fairy godmother immediately spoke, "Your wish is granted." Having said this, the fairy grandmother pointed her wand at Cinderella and immediately disappeared. Poor Cinderella had been clad in rag before. All her rags were replaced by a dazzling new dress, prettier than those were worn before. A pumpkin in the courtyard automatically changed into a shining coat, and her two little mice turned into two beautiful horses. As Cinderella entered the palace, all eyes were glued on her from the moment she was a princess from some faraway land. Stepmother and stepmother could not recognize her. Cinderella seemed to be a prettiest girl. As the prince, he would not dance with any other girl, but Cinderella danced through the evening, and suddenly Cinderella caught a glimpse of the clock in the hall. It was just a moment away from the midnight. Tearing herself away from the hands of unwilling prince, she ran down the steps into the waiting coach, but in great hurry she left a sparkling shoe behind. The coach got her home at the stroke of midnight, and the spell vanished. The following day, the king made an announcement. The prince was to marry the maiden whose foot would fit into his sparkling shoe. The shoe was brought into every house of King Messenger. At last they arrived at the house where Cinderella lived. Both stepsisters were given the opportunity. Their feet were too large. They both were saddened. When Cinderella came forward timidly, Stepmother pushed her away rudely, saying, "This is only for the pretty young maidens, not for a rich servant like you." However, the king messenger intervened, the stepmother, and said all the maidens had to try the soup. Cinderella was given the soup. Amazement, she was perfectly fitted. Now, the Cinderella was at the palace of Prime Charming. They got immediately married in a great ceremony. The whole kingdom rejoiced. Even Cinderella's stepmother and stepsister were happy for her, thoughts of sacred so little led to her complete life.